Hello, everyone. I'm Matthew Hayden alongside our analyst today, Ryan Martinez. As today we'll witness the MTSU Blue Raiders take on the Princeton Tigers from New Jersey. Ryan, how are you doing today?
So far, so good, Matt. Like you just said, we got a great matchup here between the Blue Raiders and the Tigers from New Jersey. Interesting matchup here right now. A very young Princeton team, 4 freshmen in the lineup, or 3 freshmen and a sophomore in the singles lineup. So it'll be interesting to see how this youth takes over for Princeton.
Absolutely, absolutely. Princeton been on the road a lot, but now just a quick travel down I-24 today, coming down here to ATC, coming from Vanderbilt. Interesting to see how they play off a back-to-back here. Just right down the road, basically, in Nashville, now into Murfreesboro. How do you think that the travel will play effect here today?
Well, the good news is, like you just mentioned, they were only 45 minutes from the road. So quick trip down like I-24, like you said. And played a great match, too, winning 4-2, getting the singles matches done and taken care of, especially from Will Peters and Ellis Short getting the job done there.
And as you say, this Princeton team, very young. They have a lot of freshmen, leading the squad with a couple of sophomores here and there. And the man leading that charge is going to be head coach Bill Pate. Bill, how are you doing today, sir?
Doing well. Great. Thanks for having me. Yeah, good job. Glad you guys are promoting this event. It's a great atmosphere down here, so we're happy to be here.
Well, we appreciate you having here. So just a quick thought, got to a sluggish start. First 2 matches you lost, but now 2 of the last 3 you've won, especially that last one against Vandy. What do you like about your young team? Like we mentioned, 3 freshmen and a sophomore in the starting 6 in the singles match.
Yeah, I heard you guys coming on talking about our youth, and we definitely are young. But, there's some advantages to being really young and even inexperienced. Maybe they don't know what they don't know yet, and it's kind of fun, So we're taking our shots. We lost 5 seniors last year, so we lost a lot of good guys, but we've got some really good young talents. And the thing is we've built after every match. As you mentioned, we had a sluggish start up in Wisconsin, and they kind of blinked the first match, some of the younger guys, and what we were preaching about is just building after every match, getting better after every match, and that's what we've shown. And obviously, as you guys mentioned, we had a really nice match here with Vanderbilt yesterday. We showed a lot of toughness and resiliency and kind of hanging in there and getting it done. But MTSU is obviously a little bit probably even a stronger team, and we lost to them last year in the finals of the Blue-Gray. Jimmy does an incredible job here with the program. You guys are very fortunate to have him, what he's done in this community. It's great to see, and we have a lot of respect for them. So it's going to be a tough battle today.
We truly appreciate it. Nice words, great sportsmanship here going into this game. Coach, just being down in Nashville, not nearly as big as a travel as, most people have, seen going, from states to states. How has your team been able to, get a nice, solid victory, a 4-2 win over Vandy, and then coming down to HTC? How have you been able to prepare for this little quick back-to-back?
Well, you hear coaches talk about it all the time in any sport. You want to celebrate victories. You want to enjoy them for a moment, but especially if it's a quick turnaround like that. Like you mentioned, we're only 45 minutes away here, so it's not too big of a travel yesterday, but just simply getting them ready, get them emotionally prepared, not just patting themselves on their backs too much, and you got to move on from that win and build on that success. So that's been the big thing, and I think they know the challenge. They know. I think it's fortunate we played MTSU a really, really tough down-to-the-wire match last year, and we kind of know what to expect. We know they've got a lot of veteran guys, and they're well coached, and it's at their home facility, so it's going to be a tough challenge. But I think if you're eager and you're willing to take some chances, which we're going to have to take a few offensive chances today, hopefully we'll put ourselves in a position where we have a chance.
One quick question about Court 1. You guys got top players in, and forgive me if I mispronounce it, Nidun Jinchuan and Peters, going against the top 30 ITA duo and Francisco Rocha and Oscar Bronson-Polson. How did you guys just prepare for that kind of top 30 ITA matchup, in practice-wise?
Yeah, no, it's certainly we try not to even look at the rankings, to be honest with you, and we just try to focus on the process and not the outcome or the rankings. And but I think the good thing is we're capable, and we've got a lot of firepower, especially with Fanu. he's a freshman, but he's a beast. You know, he's not going to be overpowered by anybody, and so that's a good thing. And I think in doubles, indoors, no ad, one set. It's men's doubles. It's quick and it's fast, and the key is coming out with a lot of energy and quick execution. We didn't execute as well in doubles, so that's probably the biggest takeaway from yesterday's match. We're trying to build and be better with execution doubles, because we didn't do that yesterday. Vanderbilt kind of beat us in doubles, but, you know, we know it's going to be a new challenge today. So hopefully we'll see if we've learned from yesterday and how we can match up there. But that one spot will obviously be hotly contested.
One last question here, Coach. You know, 7 straight road matches here for you guys, and your first home game is next week. How have you guys been able to, you know, not being on your home turf for such a long time, how have you guys been able to, you know, keep the energies high without your home crowd, you know, kind of helping you along the way?
Well, strangely enough, you know, we're in the process, just like Jimmy was a few years ago, building a new facility. And, you know, we're looking forward to that. So we're actually playing a lot of road matches to get teams coming to us next year, some very high-profile teams coming to our place. So that's a little bit of the strategy. Also, we weren't in school until last Monday. So you know, in the Ivies, we can't miss too much school. So we were able to get on the road and take advantage of not missing class and being, you know, the guys actually love it. They once they get bogged down with the academics at Princeton, it's tough. And so as the season goes along, we have a lot more home matches. But you're right, it hasn't been a challenge. It hasn't been a challenge for us on the road. But you know, that thing, what I've learned in coaching and my philosophy is, if you don't make a big deal about it to the team, they don't know better, and so they just kind of roll with it. And they love being on the road, and they love, you know, seeing all these great venues. And so we look at it as an opportunity, a really good opportunity today, and just kind of have fun and battle.
Alrighty, thank you so much for your time, Coach. You know, hoping for a great game, you know, all the way around from both sides of the courts. You know, pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, thanks for all you guys do. Okay, take care.
You too.
So as we saw there, you know, great sportsmanship early on from Coach Bill. You love to see it, and so it's just something you see, showing respect towards both sides, you know, of your team and your opponent. You know, he's giving great appraisal, you know, to Coach Jimmy and his, you know, program here and what he's building here. You know, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, you pretty much hit it the nose of the head there with 7 straight road matches. Very difficult, but still having that great sportsmanship and acknowledging the fact it's a tough matchup ahead of him here at the Adams Tennis Complex. So just great to see that he's still talking highly of our team, and just great to see what kind of presence his team builds, because there's still a great competition. Once again, we highlighted Sebastian Sesh, Filipos Ashernaitis, Fanu, as he just mentioned as well. So just great players all around that MTSU's didn't have to deal with.
Absolutely, and the man helping Coach Jimmy in that charge is Coach Callie. Coach Callie, how are you doing this morning?
Good to see you guys again.
It's always a pleasure to talk to you, Coach Callie. So coming off a very controlling win against USF, 7-0, you know, how are you guys, you know, able to, you know, use that energy, you know, pushing it into this Sunday morning matchup?
Yeah, Friday's match gave us a lot of confidence. We knew USF was going to be a tough one, and it's good to, you know, win kind of easily on every court, and gave us a lot of confidence for sure.
And you guys this will be the 3rd match you guys played in the last 4 years. You know, even up right now, 1-1. How do you guys prepare for a home match after taking down them last year in Montgomery?
Yeah, well, last year's match against Princeton was probably the most important win of the season, with a big win of the Blue-Gray tournament in the final against them. But you know, it's a pretty new team. They got 2 or 3 guys from last year's team. They lost some big pieces of last year's team. So you know, we know some of them. We don't really know other guys from the team, so we don't really know what to expect from them. But you know, we just worry about our guys, what our guys are gonna do, and hopefully that's gonna be enough.
Coach Cal, you know, what is something, you know, going into this match again, a lot of preparation, you know, coming off the storyline behind this at the Blue-Gray. You know, what has been the preparation? What was the main factor you guys were trying to push towards, you know, when practicing for this match heading into this early morning matchup?
Well, we just had one day after the South Florida match. So yesterday we kind of just had a short practice, just cleaned up a couple of things that we thought that our guys could have done better on Friday. And again, just get the guys better every single day, a little bit better every single day, and you know, we're gonna be ready.
Gotcha. We really appreciate it, Coach. You know, looking forward to a great matchup all the way around, and you know, especially with the doubleheader today, looking for lots of action.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
There was Coach Callie with the MTSU Blue Raiders. You know, talking about how his team, you know, coming off a very dominant, you know, win, 7-0 against USF. You're bound, a very controlling win. You saw a lot of great tennis from the boys in blue. Coming off a short break, something you got to take into account is, when these, games start to stack up, you can see exhaustion take into effect. Do we believe, that could be a huge factor, especially for, later on in those singles matches where if they go super long into a third set.
Well, that's why you just got to prepare with conditioning, right? I mean, these guys are out here running day in, day out, back and forth with their courts. I mean, they are, all that cardio is going to be put to good use when you have those long matches and then you have a short turnover the next day or maybe 2 days after. So very interesting to see, like you mentioned, but I think these guys are prepared for this. They've trained hard for this, in the off season, their strict winter schedule, and back to here in the springtime, they're prepared.
Absolutely. What is that one matchup you're looking forward today, Ryan? Just one that's been jumping off the page for you.
Well, of course, doubles. I think we talked about with Coach Pate. This is that court one there between Cisco and Brosh Polson against their number one and Fanu and Will Peters. That's going to be, I think, the key point right there going to doubles. But as far as singles, there's not one singles match that I see that really stands out. They are all 6 complete rounded matches that are going to give us great talent, a great display of tennis, and just all-around great play.
Absolutely. MTSU, they finally achieved that, ranked position. Something they've been fighting for all season long. Something they're looking forward to build upon. Coming off, if they can get a strong, weekend performance here, it's got to, be, very spiteful for the boys, and just, carrying that, the leadership roles of, being a highly ranked team. How's that, play into effect, further on into the season?
You really can't think about it. I think another thing that Coach Pate touched on is you really just don't want to think about the rankings, all right, especially if you are the one, because you are going to be the one that is attacked, all right, that everyone's going to want to get after if you are ranked inside that top ITA top 25. So you just don't want to let it play a factor and, we should be higher, we deserve more, yada, yada. You just got to play to your strengths, play your opponent, and don't even think about it, all right? It's take it one match at a time, one game at a time, one set at a time. It's all you got to do. Simple as that.
Absolutely. Again, that's been something that we've been pushing, all season long. Is just taking it one set at a time. Even going up against, these highly, ranked teams. We've seen, them going up against Duke, and we see, going up against, even a hard-fought loss against Wake Forest, there in Winston. It's great seeing, great tennis being played all the way around for these boys. The momentum's got to be high. It's got to be, you beat a ranked opponent in Winston. You played a hard-fought, top 10 team in Wake Forest, and then coming back home to Adams Tennis Complex with the 7-0 sweep, momentum's got to be high for the boys in blue.
Absolutely.
And, after our post-game interviews and after that, we'll catch you with a quick break here, and we'll get back to our doubles.
Mental health affects us all, whether you finish first or last.
Whether you win or lose.
The stigma around these issues causes those around us to suffer in silence.
Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of.
You are not alone.
You are not alone. As a student athlete,
As a teammate,
As a friend.
We pledge to continue the conversation.
because it matters.
Because you matter.
Stand up to the stigma.
Stand up.
Stand up.
continue the conversation.
You are not alone.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
Our voices can be heard
Outside of sports.
As student athletes,
we have a platform.
now more than ever,
It's important that we listen, learn, and lead.
and raise our voices for change.
We can all do more.
Now is the time
to make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together, we will continue the conversation.
We have a voice.
Welcome back, everyone, to Blue Raider Tennis here on MTN Sports YouTube channel or CUSA.TV. I'm your host, once again, Matt Hayden, alongside my analyst today, Ryan Martinovich. Ryan, let's get straight into the business with these doubles matches. As we can start out with Court 1, we'll see Cisco and OBP, the ranked 26 doubles team for the Blue Raiders, facing off against Fanu and Will from Princeton. Court 2, we'll see Stein and Pav going up against Tomas and Filipos for Princeton on Court 2. And then finally, rounding out on Court 3, we'll see Marcel and Andre, the freshman duo, going off against Ellis and Allen with Princeton. Again, like we've been stating before, Court 1, a very prominent matchup here. Ranked 26 duo with Cisco and OBP against Fanu and Will. We're going to see a lot of competitive tennis there on Court 1 especially.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, too, with Princeton's duo. They're freshman, senior combo. So you're new guy, old guy, veteran teaching up the young kid. It's going to be a great match, especially a learning experience going against a top-ranked ITA team in Rocha and Brosham Polson. So, yeah, like we mentioned at the top of the hour, very important match.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as we saw, with our previous matchup against USF, we saw OBP and Cisco having, very, fluid, motions going in. Obviously coming back to ATC, it helps them a lot. This crowd is their driving factor. We see, the crowd really getting into these games, especially when it trickles down to the final last courts, but especially in these doubles matches, with all the courts just on one side, all the fans' energy just, pulsing through ATC. It's just something, that these boys, really enjoy, and seeing a big crowd here today.
Well, yeah, and I think just anywhere you go, any athletic participation sport, you're going to find a great crowd, especially tennis, especially here at the Adams Tennis Complex in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Like, everyone enjoys their tennis here in Murfreesboro. So, yeah, having that crowd back you up, it really gets the players into it, gets the crowd back into it. So it just kind of this, back and forth, just unison that just gels well for the players and the community around it.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we see here, we're going to be jumping on Court 1 as Cisco and OBP getting ready for their, high velocity, very hard-fought matchup between Fanu and Will here. What do you think is the key X factor here for the boys in blue to overcome a win?
Just play your game. I mean, you've played so well over these last couple of years together. There's no need to change anything up, change any strategy. You're just playing another duos match here. So just stay in your system. Don't rush yourself. Don't get too ahead. If you fall behind, don't get too ahead of yourself trying to rush things. Just play your own natural game. Because, once again, it's going to be a competent, confident duo in Fanu and Will Peters that are looking to take down a top-ranked ITA. So they got nothing to lose. So, but stay in your lane, stay your game, you'll be fine.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we see here, OBP and Cisco rocking the white polos today with the blue shorts, and then Fanu and Will for Princeton rocking the white tops with the black shorts. Again, a very top of the line matchup here. So get ready for action here at ATC. As we see here, Princeton going to be starting off with the serve here. First ball sent to the net by Will Peters. Beautiful response there by Fanu. Gives Princeton that early 15-love lead here in the first match.
Little net help there for the Rocha Bronstrom Polson duo. Just kind of clipping it, getting out of reach there for both Fanu and Will Peters.
Beautiful execution there by Fanu.
Yeah, just no help there on the front line of the service. Easy smash hit to attack on the return. It's a little long there. One into the net there again for Rocha and Bronstrom Polson. 40-15. Game point now.
Princeton again out to an early 40-15 lead here. Trying to secure that first match. That one will go a little long for Cisco. Princeton holding serve there, getting an early 1-love lead here on court 1. And right as we saw there, just, a lot of early, attacks by Princeton, being in control that whole match, So it's just got to see, Cisco and OVP being able to rebound here. Be very important for the Blue Raiders here in this doubles match.
Yeah, a lot of tennis left to be played. Very early, but interesting strategy early on there in that first game. Both Rocha and Bronstrom Polson were kind of just sitting on the baseline. Not one of them really sitting closer to the service line there on defense. So you should see how they play out, because I feel like a lot of the responses from Princeton have been just because no one is just sitting at the service line.
Indeed, indeed. Cisco working that front line very effectively. So now we've seen both Princeton and MTSU both playing very conservative here on the defensive side. Ball will go into the net there for Princeton. MTSU responding very well after dropping that first match.
Beautiful serve there from Bronstrom Polson.
And that ball just squeaking in, but it's all it needed. Like I said, beautiful serve there by OBP.
Another great serve there from Bronstrom Polson.
And fist bumps all the way around for the boys in blue. Great response here after dropping that first match. Trying to stay on serve here.
Three in a row for Bronstrom Polson. So that duo is going to take game 2 here, evening things up.
Again, we've been anticipating this court 1 match. It's one of those courts, both teams very capable of holding all their serves, but it's just what team can break first, what team can, sneak in there, steal a serve, and get on top. So that ball's sent to the net by Cisco, giving Princeton 15-love lead here in the third match.
It's a little long there on the serve.
Beautiful execution there by Cisco.
Fanu on that return just kind of kept it up in the air. Left it perfectly for Cisco. Another smash hit.
Cisco knotting it all up. 15 all here. Both teams holding their first serves.
Great recovery there.
Beautiful defense there on the back by Cisco. Tricky ball there in the corner, was able to get up over, keep the ball alive.
Yeah, stayed very balanced as he was approaching that alley ball. Able to get that backhand across and was right there for a beautiful front hand return.
That ball gives MTSU now a 30-15 lead here on court 1. Another beautiful defensive stand there by OBP now.
Princeton now facing a break point here.
MTSU looking to capture first break of this match. Hopefully swing the momentum here into securing court 1. And as y'all heard there, break point on court 1, you know, big momentum change there. You know, getting that first break is huge, especially into these double matches where they don't go multiple sets. You know, it's one set and you're done, 1 to 6, secures the court. You know, how big of an advantage is it for them to, you know, secure that first break point there on court 1?
Well, it's huge. I mean, once again, you know, you're down early with that first game and they take the next 2. It's just, you know, important any chance you get to take advantage of the opponent's serve. Like you said there, these kind of things are very important, especially on a court like court 1 where we're seeing, you know, top 30 ITA ranked duo going against Princeton's Fanu and Will Peters. So just making sure that they're playing to their strengths.
Absolutely. Now let's head down to court 2 where we have Stein and Pav from the Blue Raiders facing off against Thomas and Filipos here for Princeton. Beautiful ball there by Stein. Able to squeak it in. For the first time today, we have our sideline reporter, the man, Dylan Simmons. Dylan, what's the scoop out there?
Well, guys, Court 3 is definitely heating up, as is the Adams Tennis Complex. Beautiful morning for tennis, by the way. But over on Court 3, the freshmen, Marcel and Andre, having a bit of a tough time early, down 2-1. And you know, guys, they're taking on a guy in one half of the team, in Ellis Short, who's been a really dynamite player. He's even won an ITF doubles championship and has the best record overall for Princeton so far, 3-1. He's going to be a tough challenge along with Alan Coombe, also on the Tigers, for that team. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate it, Dylan.
Thanks again for that reporting, Dylan. You know, another court to look forward to. The freshman duo, you know, we've seen a lot of, you know, confidence in them. They come out, they play with the swagger there, the freshman duo. And that's something that, you know, MTSU can definitely build on for their future programs.
And these are 2 guys that also have great singles reps as well, especially Horak, you know, 5-0 on the season in singles and playing that 4 spot on the court. But, yeah, like Dylan mentioned, a very tough opponent in Ellis Short, spotting at court 3 duo with Alan Coombe.
So jump back into the action here on court 2. Stein and Pav looking to secure that first break point here. Beautiful play there by Princeton. Keeping their serve alive here.
There's a well-placed front hand, keeping it down the alley where Slump and Modal were not. Very difficult to return.
Huge deuce point here.
ITA official's going to call that one long. So a fault there. Fortunate for Modal as he did kind of whiff on that one.
That ball sent to the net by Princeton, giving MTSU a huge break point here for Pavenstein on court 2. And as we saw, those break points absolutely massive here in those doubles matches. Securing those early break points, especially on court 1 and court 2 now, a huge momentum push for MTSU here.
Yeah, once again, since you're only playing one set, is very important. You do get this doubles point, especially going into singles, because we all know singles is a completely different game, different atmosphere, different strategy involved. So any chance you can get that early first doubles point, imperative going into singles.
That ball is sent a little long here as we'll jump into the action here on court 3. Again, the freshman duo, Marcel and Andre. Trying to overtake Ellis and Allen. But really quick, again, the man with the plan running around the ATC. Dylan, what's the scoop again?
Yeah, it's like running a 5K around here with all the action that we've got going on. Right now in court number 1, we saw that MTSU was able to get a break with Francisco Rocha and Oscar Bostrom-Polson. Well, guys, has been broken back. Princeton is now tied it at 2. Things are really heating up on court 1. Going to be interesting to see how it all works out. Back to you guys.
Thanks once again, Dylan. Again, huge break there for Princeton after dropping that early break, being able to bounce back. And it's something that we can definitely look forward to later on as those deciding matches go between Cisco and OBP and Fanu and Will on court 1. Alrighty, as we'll jump back into the court 3 action here. Freshman duo trying to get a break point here. And it's break time all the way around at ATC as this just in on court 1. Again, MTSU jumping out to that early first break. Princeton then responding. But MTSU says not so fast as they jump back with another break of their own, pushing their lead to 3-2 now on court 1. Ball will clip the net and go out. The first fault there. Ball sent to the net by Andre. Princeton up 30-15 now. My apologies. 30 all now. Ball sent a little wide there by Princeton.
It's going to be a double fault there as that one flew long.
That will secure a break here for the Blue Raiders once again. The freshman pairing holding their own there on court 3. Again, we're seeing all these breaks, occurring. It's just something that, is a huge factor here, getting those early breaks, but also being able, when you do get broken is, fighting back and, getting a break of your own. And, break time has been pretty dominant here on court 1 with OBP and Cisco versus Fanu and Will.
Yeah, it's just how you respond to your returns as well. I mean, that's how you break any serve, making sure you're responding properly with the serve, staying in system, not kind of playing on the balls of your feet there, really kind of keeping it on your toes.
Princeton serve here on court 1. 40 love here, trying to secure that third match, keeping them in this game. That first serve will be sent into the net. Beautiful ball there by Peters. Securing that match there for Princeton. That's a huge match there for Princeton. Instead of going down 5-2 with MTSU serve now, going in 4-3, you feel, a lot more confident in your ability to break here, to break it all even, and something huge that, can be looked forward to.
Yeah, you kind of hit it right on the money there, just making sure you're not falling into that, set point deficit where you let MTSU get to 5 games there. But, yeah, like you also said, beautiful front hand there from Peters, just kind of keeping that out of reach from Rocha down the pipeline there. So very impressive showing early here on court 1 there for Princeton.
Absolutely, absolutely. Cisco and OBP, ranked 26 duo, one duo you do not want to fall behind on, especially a 5-2 deficit, even no matter who you're playing, can, be pretty hard to come back here into the doubles matches. You got to play you basically got to play flawlessly on 4 straight matches just to secure the victory.
And this, Fanu Will Peters match, a duo, they're 7-2 on the season as a combo in duos events. And so they are very capable of overtaking Rocha and Brostrom Polson.
Ball there sent a little long there by Brostrom Polson. Brostrom Polson and Rocha here trying to secure this match to get it to set point.
Little mini smash cross-court hit there from Brostrom Polson. Very difficult to return there from Fanu.
That pushes this match to 15 all now. Ball will be sent a little long there. That ball sent to the net by Peters. Gives MTSU a 40-15 lead here.
Another game point opportunity. Try to get to that 5th game victory. Inching closer to that first doubles point. What a hit. What a hit there from Brosham Polson. Staying balanced, keeping that core engaged. Well done, well judged and timed hit there at the alley.
You know, that's just something that comes with, you know, years and years of practice there for OBP. Just absolute beautiful hit there. Secures the 5th match here for MTSU. So they inch ever so closer to securing the first core here in doubles. That ball will go a little long there for OBP. So knotted up 15 all here.
Couldn't quite grab the corner there for Rocha. Not enough side spin to turn that thing over.
Princeton having to play pretty near perfect game of tennis here. So they're doing just that here with their serve, going up 40-15 here. Trying to push this court to just at least one more match to give them a chance at that 5th one. Beautiful ball there by Cisco. Not much Fanu and Will could do there.
Yeah, they're both kind of just on that left side of the line. Beautiful cross-court hit down the alley. No one was going to get to that one.
That ball is sent way along there by OBP. Securing a 4th game here for Princeton.
Yeah, just couldn't quite close down that racket the way he wanted to, so that ball just was flying up in the air.
Now that pushes the serve over to MTSU. And the man that's serving it up here for the broadcast is the man, the myth, the legend, the reporting legend, Dylan Simmons. Dylan.
Well, thank you for that introduction, Matt. It's getting really, really interesting over on court 2 right now. As Kesha would say, tick-tock on the clock for Princeton because MTSU's got a 4-1 lead with Stein, some and Pavamoto. Pavel with some beautiful spikes right against the net. It's getting very, very fun for MTSU. They're looking to close it out and get a potential doubles point. Guys, back to you.
Dylan dropping the Kesha reference.
I liked it. I think it was perfect.
Certainly went with the theme, but I mean, going back to like middle school there.
Beautiful serve there by OBP. As Dylan said, Stein and Pav on court 2. And a controlling 5-1 lead there. 2 set points here for MTSU, trying to secure that doubles point for them.
Great hit from Peters. Had that nice hard top spin on it. Rocha wasn't 100% sure if Brosham Polson was going to return it, and Polson kind of reacted late.
Ball just missed there. The first fault. That ball will go a little wide there from Fanu.
Yeah, fortunate for MTSU there, because if that just grabbed the chalk, no one was going to be able to turn that one back properly.
TSU now 30-15 here on court 1. Just 2 balls away from securing court 1 victory here.
Match point here.
Fanu and Will, backs against the wall here. That ball just a bit out there. Beautiful play there by Fanu. Not much Cisco can do there.
Now just another time smash hit there. Very hard to judge if you're Francisco.
MTSU still in the driver's seat here. Just 1 ball away.
Calling that one out.
Cisco and OBP thinking that ball's in, but ITA says not today. But it will not matter as Cisco and OBP secure the court 1 victory here. Huge, huge clincher there for MTSU. Now giving, your other 2 courts the ability to, kind of, relax a little bit. Play their brand of tennis that, gets them there. Not having to play, with their backs against the wall can be huge. It can give a little sigh of relief, especially for those younger duos here.
Well, of course, another thing to highlight, too, it certainly helps, like you mentioned, but with Stein and Pavel in such great position to clinch the second point here for MTSU would be even more impactful, giving them the doubles point, moving to singles. And, of course, the freshman duo, Andre Horak and Marcel Kamrowski, also at a set point potential here against Ella Short and Alan Coombe.
Again, MTSU both 1 game away from securing doubles point here. See court 2 on the left there with Stein and Pav. And on the right, court 3, the freshman duo, Marcel and Andre. So a beautiful serve there by Andre. That spike just squeaks in there. Pushing this game down to 15-40 in favor of Princeton. As that ball was sent to the net there on our left side screen. Pavenstein commanding 5-2 lead on court 2. A little bit different story there on court 3. As now it will be 5-5 here. With, I believe, the serve going to Princeton now. Pav, Stein, pushing it now, 30 all. At the same time, Marcel and Andre trying to get a break point here. A lot of action there from Andre on court 3. Back-to-back, but that ball just going a little bit wide. It's a match point on our left side screen, court 2 with Pav and Stein.
What a tap hit from Stein. Slump on the front there, the service line. Beautiful, like, right-handed flick there down the alley. Out of reach.
That'll be the hammer nail coffin there for the doubles matches, securing the doubles point there for MTSU, giving them a 1-0 advantage heading into singles.
Certainly going to be a big factor as we move forward. 1 point closer to wrapping up a win against Princeton. It's very huge.
All right, and as we just saw there, MTSU securing that early doubles point, giving them that 1-0 lead, there into the doubles is going to be a huge factor there heading into singles matches. And as now we'll head into a quick break here as you're watching Blue Raiders Tennis here on MTN Sports YouTube channel and CUSA TV. When we come back from break, we'll get you up with all the action for the singles match.
Mental health affects us all, whether you finish first or last.
Whether you win or lose.
The stigma around these issues causes those around us to suffer in silence.
Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of.
You are not alone.
You are not alone. As a student athlete,
As a teammate,
As a friend,
We pledge to continue the conversation.
because it matters.
because you matter.
stand up to the stigma.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Continue the conversation.
You are not alone.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
Our voices can be heard.
Outside of sports.
As student athletes,
We have a platform.
now more than ever,
It's important that we listen, learn, and lead.
and raise our voices for change
We can all do more.
Now is the time.
to make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together,
We will continue the conversation.
we have a voice.
On June 23, 1972, Title IX was signed into law, and it reads, "No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity, receiving federal financial assistance." Happy 50th anniversary, Title IX. Thank you for giving little girls like me and big kids like Conference USA student athletes the opportunity to dream big.
welcome back to those all on CUSA.TV's website and MTN Sports' YouTube channel. I'm your host, once again, Matt Hayden, alongside my analyst, Ryan Martinlich, here back at the Adams Tennis Complex. As MTSU was able to secure that doubles match, we're jumping straight into the action here for the singles. We're jumping in on court one here with Fanu for Princeton, facing off against Stein for MTSU.
And that's going to be a double fault there for Fanu. Early 30 love start for Stein slump here.
As again on court one, Fanu and Stein, and then on court two will be followed by Will and Cisco, followed by court three with someone that we did not see in the doubles match, with Sebastian Sesh there facing off against OBP, followed by court four as we have Thomas and Andre. And then court five will round out with Ellis and Baran, and finishing it all up on court six, Filipos and Marcel. Correction, as we have a little bit of switch here right before the matches. Court five will now be Ellis versus Marcel, and a late addition there on court six, Filipos facing off against Pav.
It's a little switch singles action from Coach Borendame. Some strategy involved there.
So we see here, Fanu starting off the serve here. Stein jumped out to an early 30 love lead. Fanu able to answer back. 30 all now. Ball seemed to go a little long there for Stein.
Game point in favor of Fanu.
Once again, just like we were talking about with the doubles here, again, singles just as important to get that early break here into these sets. Is that ball sent wide again by Stein as Fanu secures the first match here in the first set, holding his serve. As we saw there again, Fanu and Stein, a prominent matchup there, something to look forward to. A match that I expect to probably go a pretty long distance there, and just two top of the line talents for both sides, battling it off there as we discussed earlier. Now as we'll jump in, court three here. OBP holding his first serve now against Sebastian Sesh here for Princeton.
Sesh, one of those other talented freshmen for Billy Pate's class, along with Fanu on court one.
Beautiful ball placement there by Sesh. Not much OBP can do there. So that ball sent a little long there by Sesh. That ball just missed the line there. That's it all up, 15 all here. So we have a little stoppage here. Someone that never stops is our sideline reporter, Dylan Simmons. Dylan, what we got out there?
Well, guys, certainly things never stop here at the Cathedral of Tennis, the Adams Tennis Complex. Over on court 2, some really bad news for MTSU. Francisco Rocha down a break early, a 1-0 deficit. We have to keep in mind the guy he's playing. Will Peters, a blue-chip prospect for the Tigers, as high as number 17 in the nation in the ITA rankings at one point. He's the highest-ranked senior for a reason. He's going to be a challenge for Rocha today. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate it, Dylan.
Matchup to look forward to. The ball will roll behind OBP, forcing a stoppage there by the ITA official. Again, like we talked earlier with Coach Bill for Princeton, a lot of freshmen on this team. Fanu on court 1, followed by Sesh here on court 3. Interesting to see how that plays out for them. That ball is sent into the net there by OBP. All here. The second match of the first set. That ball going to the net for Sesh. Heading into a break point here early for OBP.
Another fault there from Sesh.
Sesh trying to avoid that double fault here to avoid that break point for OBP. That ball sent to the net, pushes it now to Deuce.
What a hit there from Brostrom Polson. Hard hitting, spinning front hand.
Apologies there. Sesh able to secure the hold on his serve. Beautiful spike there by OBP. Very dominant performance there by OBP. Holding his serve once again, pushing his lead. 2-1 here on court 3. A little stoppage there on court 3. As we saw, OBP able to hold a serve there, being very dominant, clean, trying to get, again, once that lucrative first break point here. As we see in all these matches, it's going to play a huge factor here. As we head down over here on court 4, it's one half of the freshman duo, Andre Horak, facing off against Princeton's Thomas Bosonic here. So that ball seems to just go just a bit long there for Andre. See Andre showing some frustration there.
And kind of just let that one get away from him.
So that was secure. Second match there for Thomas. Again. Andre trying to keep his head in this game.
Plenty of tennis to be played. And you're going against a tough opponent in Thomas Bosancic. He's a senior. Already had a pretty great season. Impressive showing in some of these fall tournaments as well, especially the OTAs and the ITAs. So it'll be interesting to see, like I said, plenty of tennis to be played. Still not even really halfway done with set number 1 here on court 4.
Absolutely indeed. Andre ready to jump back into the action here. Update here on stoppage time. Courts 3, OBP. In court 5, Marcel. The only 2 courts right now in favor of MTSU. Again, still very early on. Lots of tennis to be played all the way around. See there, Coach Jimmy making his rounds. That ball sent to the net by Thomas. Which is now 15 all. Again, like you were saying before, again, Thomas, a very high talent senior here for Princeton. It's a very high talented freshman here for the Blue Raiders and Andre Horak.
Great job by Horak, getting that just over the net and away from Bosancic. Tying it up 30 all now.
The man that's been tying the ends together for us on the sidelines, that man's Dylan Simmons. Dylan, what's the report out there?
Well, allow me to be your J.R.R. Tolkien here today as I try to wind the stories together. Over on court 1 right now, Steinslum going up against a very tough opponent in Fnu, who has really shown himself and proven himself. Once the #2 junior player in all of China, a true legend for them, and he's come to Princeton and proven that same thing. But Stein, not to be outdone. He's gotten a break back and has the potential to keep that going and that momentum moving forward. Going to be interesting to see. It's going to be a very, very tough task, but Steinslum's always proven that he's up to the challenge. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate it there, Dylan. Coming in with the Lord of the Rings reference.
Basanik out here close, 1 ball away from a break point here. That ball sent a little wide there. Keeping the serve alive for the freshman, Andre Horak. Big point here early on. Basanik trying to push for that early break here. Swing the momentum in his favor for the first set. Beautiful play there by Basanik, securing that early break. Not much Andre can do there.
Yeah, kind of just put in a spot where Basancic had all the advantage. You know, light lob over the net. All Basancic had to do was just close his net the right way, and low squeaker right by Horak's leg.
Nice spike there by Basanik. Not much Andre could do there, just having to get it over the net, lofting it over, leading to an easy spike there. So wait for the call there by the ITA official. Awfully close there to squeaking into that line. That ball just rolled in favor of the Blue Raiders. Santa coming out early with a nice serve there. Another beautiful serve there by Basanik, just nothing Andre could do.
Horak has just no answers for Basancic's serves right now. Just putting them wherever he pleases. Horak has no response. Unfortunate right now here, going down 4-1 if you're Andre.
As we saw there, just Andre, not much answers there early on against Thomas there. Trying, rebound, again, just the first set, but, that first set can be very crucial because if you secure that first set there, you're in the driver's seat. You can play another brand of tennis you want. Your back's not up against the wall.
Yeah.
As we jump into the action here on court 2, Cisco, after dropping an early break here, able to rebound now. Mounting it all up at 2 games apiece here in the first set.
Nothing Peters could have done about that one. Just couldn't quite slide under it in time, and right just barely into the net there.
Again, beautiful tennis there by Cisco. Little updates around the complex here. Court 5, Marcel out to an early 4-1 lead there in the first set. On court 1, Stein with a break, pushing his lead now to 3-2 over the freshman star Fanu for Princeton.
There's going to be a double fault there. Fortunate for Rocha.
So that ball will be sent to the net by Peters. Cisco now up to a 3-2 lead here in the first set. Great rebound there by Cisco. Dropping, the first 2. Peters getting an early break on him, able to rebound, get 3 straight now. And in the driver's seat here for set number 1.
Yeah, certainly all the momentum is in favor of Francisco Rocha. Doing a great job on his returns. A lot of great front hands and even some of those cross-court sliders we're seeing. So impressive job there from Francisco Rocha.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, momentum, a huge factor here, early on. Trying to, build, build the energy up in your favor. Trying to push it forward as we jump into the action here on court 5. Once again, Marcel out to an early 4-1 lead here in the first set. Ellis short for Princeton.
Yeah, Short's another one of those talented freshmen from this class that Pate had brought in.
And Crusader for head coach Billy Pate and the Tigers. Ball should be a little wide there.
They're unfortunate there on that backhand from Komrowski. Giving up another game there to Ellis Short.
That's just a court 5 matchup between the two freshmen. 4-2 now.
Short just not able to get that backhand spinner across the net. 15 love now.
Nice serve there by Marcel. Not much Ellis can do with it there.
Yeah, back-to-back difficult returns there for Short. Komorowski just doing a great job of putting those serves in the right spot.
Beautiful ball there by Marcel.
Just grabbing the corner there. Perfectly judged. Right over Short. Nothing he could have done about it again. Another.
Marcel painted those corners. So we see Komorowski jumping out. 5-2 lead here. On the brink of trying to secure that first set here on court 5. See here, again, freshman battle here. Komorowski out to an early 5-2 commanding lead.
Both assistant coaches talking their freshmen up. Coach Callie talking to Marcel. There, just near the top left of your screen. So just some words of encouragement. Knowing his freshman's got a 5-2 lead here in set number 1. Opportunity to go into set number 2 with the lead. That one just a little long there. Marcel making Ellis run all over the place, but unfortunately, Ellis has done a lot of running, prepared for that one.
Beautiful battle there by the freshman.
Yeah, Komorowski could have had it taken care of a couple of volleys ago, but he went more with a conservative lob shot across the court, just hitting inside the service line. But Ellis was still able to get to it in time. Probably could have gotten away a little bit of a smash hit and taken that 15 love advantage himself, but now Short's going to come up with a 30 love advantage after that return falls long.
Again, Short trying to battle back here in this first set, down 5-2 here. Short up to an early 40 love advantage here. That one just a bit wide there. The ball sent to the net by Short. Pushing now, 40-15. Short still on the serve. So we take a quick stoppage here on court 5. Let's send it over to Dylan. Dylan, what you got for us?
Well, guys, on court 1, Steinslum is locking things down like Area 51 right now. Up against Fanu, he's been able to take a 5-3 lead with some of the most electrifying serves I've ever seen going right down the alley. You'd love to see it from Double S Steinslum. We're going to see if he can lock it down soon. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Dylan, for that alien-like report.
You know, that's just so big for Stein. Jumping out to an early, you know, getting up 5-3 there on Fanu on court 1, trying to secure that first set. Again, like Dylan just reported, see here, Marcel, court 5, up 5-3 against Ellis Short. On court 1, Stein also up against another freshman for Princeton, 5-3. 2 courts in favor of MTSU here in these first sets. You know, it's really huge, you know, for this team to, you know, come out here getting these first sets because, you know, you're wanting to play your brand of tennis. It's when your back's against the wall, it's just where these mistakes come out. You know, you see these double faults starting to occur. You know, you see these simple mistakes that that the other team capitalizes on. So it's huge seeing MTSU jumping out to these 5-3 leads here.
It certainly helps, especially when you have the doubles point and being able to get up one set. Yeah, forcing your opponent to win back-to-back sets to win the point there. So keeping everything out of reach right now in these 2 courts.
See, we go double screen here. Court 3 on your left, OBP versus Sebastian Sesh there for Princeton. And on your right side, court 5, Ellis Short versus Marcel Kamrowski. Kamrowski on serve there. Up 30 love. Short now able to push it to 30-15. Beautiful ball there by OBP on the left side of the screen. Set point there on court 3.
Ellis sent one wide there on the right side of your screen, so Kamrowski also is set point now coming up.
2 set points here in favor of Middle Tennessee. Bronson Polson on the left side of the screen on court 3. Kamrowski, right side of the screen on court 5. That ball will squeak in, get just past his reach. Ellis keeping the game alive here. Beautiful ball there by Marcel. And that will do it, clinching the first set for Marcel Kamrowski here.
Same thing for Oscar Brosham Polson there. So that's 2 sets won by 2 MTSU players early here. And now still got one more match left that's close between Steinslum and Fanu.
Absolutely. I think we should jump right into the action there on court 1. Stein up 5-4, serving for the set here. Again, Middle Tennessee securing that doubles point early on. Gives them that 1-0 advantage into these singles, needing to clinch 3 of these courts. Quick recap around the Cathedral. We heard earlier, Cisco dropping those first 2 on court 2, able to rebound. 5 straight match wins there for him in the first set. And then on court 4, Thomas Pasancic up 5-4 against Andre Horak in favor of Princeton. Beautiful finish there by Stein.
Put right in a position where he can just hit that low topspin shot away from Fanu. So he was already chasing down a return. Beautifully played by Slump.
Ball sent into the net there by Slump.
Excuse me. Which court is Horak on? 4.
Apologies there. So again, jumping back into the action here on court 1. So we have Stein, the Flying Dutchman Slump here, trying to secure the first set. He's definitely in the driver's seat here, going up 30-love. Up against Princeton's freshman prodigy, Fanu. Ball sent a little long there by Stein. Stein really trying to pounce early on here against a very high talented freshman in Fanu. Little update here on court 4. Andre clawing his way back, now knotting it all up at 5 apiece there in the first set. But as Andre is knotting it up, Stein securing that first set victory over Fanu here on court 1. Very, very nice play there by Stein to end off that first set. Securing an early first set victory, putting him in the driver's seat against, the top talent there on the Princeton squad. Very important to see there, coming off just an absolute, masterpiece on that last set.
Well, yeah, and that's 3 Blue Raiders that have secured 1 set. And right now, all they need is just 3 singles points to secure the match against Princeton. So already up on the advantage there on courts, 1, 3, 1, 5, and 3. Yeah, 1, 3, and 5.
That is indeed 2 of the leaders here in Stein, Slump, and OBP securing early first sets, but also, the freshman, Marcel Kamrowski, jumping in there, jumping into the fun, trying to, show why he can be a top-end talent here for Coach Jimmy in the program.
Yeah, same thing. That court 5 matchup we have mentioned the last couple of minutes. 2 stellar freshmen. Ellis Short, of course, for Princeton, having a great career already, 7 matches into the season. And yeah, like as we said, Kamrowski, you're also having a great performance as well for Coach Borendane early on in his career.
And the other half of that freshman duo, Andre Horak here. All knotted up at 5. Huge break point here. So that ball will be sent to the net by Thomas Pasancic there.
Horak has climbed from what was a 5-2 deficit, now up 6-5. Just needs one more game, got to win by 2. And he gets another set victory for the Blue Raiders, getting closer and closer to wrapping it up.
You know, it's good to see here, you know, a lot of these, you know, courts being, you know, very hard-fought matches between MTSU and Princeton here. A lot of them falling in favor of the Blue Raiders. As we see here, as we see Andre Horak here up 6-5. It's a crowd, as you can hear in the background, erupting as court 6 has now been all knotted up. 5-5 between Filipios there and Pav. Well, just a bit wide. Sanchez there, pumping up his team on his side of the complex here. Horak trying to secure another first set for the Blue Raiders.
That was just a little long there.
Long rally here between Thomas and Andre.
Great play from Bosancic. Back and forth they were going with the front hands down the midcourt line. He sent that one just right there. Horak had nothing but to pop it over the net, leading Bosancic to another smash hit.
Sanchez again is in the driver's seat here, but Andre Horak able to climb back, securing a 6-5 lead here in the first set. Bosancic looking to push it. It's that lucrative. Gonna get that magical 7. Here, there, the crowd erupting for the other Blue Raider members. But the crowd also erupting for the sideline reporter, Dylan Simmons. Dylan, what's the scoop?
We've got a big scoop on court number 2, guys. Francisco Rocha, once down love 40 in the game, ended up coming back and made it a win in the first set, a 6-3 victory. The crowd erupted like Krakatoa, and now Rocha has an opportunity to clinch it in the second set. Guys, back to you.
Great to hear. As we know, the crowd here at the Cathedral of Tennis love to cheer on the boys in blue. Cisco being a top favorite here. Huge momentum switch there on court 2, securing that first set, especially coming back down. 40 love there. Not much Horak could do there. Sends it long.
somehow Bosanchik was able to recover there and send that one where Horak had to make a return at it, but that one not so fortunate.
Again, MTSU able to jump out to a few first sets victory. Again, recapping court 1, Stein versus Fanu. That first set going in favor of MTSU Stein, followed by Siska, as we just heard. Coming back down, 40 love there to be able to clinch it. 6-3 for MTSU once again. Followed by court 3, OBP securing a 6-3 victory there in the first set. Followed by the freshman, court 5, Marcel Kamrowski. Another 6-3 victory there in the first set. So you see here, a little bit different story here. An absolute dogfight between Bosanchik and Horak.
Freshman against senior.
Beautiful serve there by Horak. Nothing much Bosanchik can do there. Knots it up 15-all. This elusive tiebreaker here. Oh, my apologies, 2-1 here in the tiebreaker. Bosanchik answering right back. It's a battle of who will blink first in this first set here on court 4. Horak sending Bosanchik coast to coast there, but Bosanchik able to bounce back. Great plays there by Bosanchik, keeping that ball alive, forcing Andre to make plays. Beautiful response there by Andre.
Yeah, just closed that racket just a little too quickly, did Bosanchik. Working Horak initially just back to his left, trying to force errant backhand, but Horak was able to stay composed, stay to his game, and force Bosanchik back to favor Horak's side. Just could not quite get that return over the net.
Absolute dogfight here on court 4 between the senior Thomas Bosanchik and the freshman Andre Horak.
And a great shot there from Horak. Really staying in system. Balanced.
Again, for those just joining us, MTSU jumping out to early first set victories here on courts 1 with Stein taking on Fanu. Court 2, Cisco taking a 6-3 victory in set 1 against Will Peters. Followed by OBP on court 3 taking another 6-3 victory against Sebastian Sesh. Finally rounding it out, Marcel Kamrowski dueling Ellis Short, 2 freshmen there on court 5. A 6-3 victory in favor of Marcel. Little change of pace here once again on court 4. First serve sent to net by Horak. Trying to avoid that double fault here. See here. Horak. Basancic trading blows. Horak trying to go back into that corner, just couldn't get over the net.
Another instance of shutting that racket down a little too quickly.
Sancic here now in the driver's seat.
That's a fault right there. A little long down the midline. That's a double fault there.
None of these guys are wanting to drop this first set here. The attention is high here on court 4, but a man who's been all the way around this court. Dylan Simmons. Dylan, what you got for us?
Well, guys, we've got another tiebreaker match currently developing on court number 6 for Pavel Moto, who you might want to start calling Pavel Motor, because he's been motoring through like a NASCAR engine all the way through, trying to take this game. It's going to be a close one, though, guys. Down to the wire on court 6. Back to you.
Thank you, Dylan. Loving the NASCAR references. There's a race this afternoon.
Adding to the nicknames for Pav. Pavel Motor. Some might call him the Czech Assassin. On here we got Andre, though. Freshman. Giving Thomas Basancic, a senior.
Decisive set 1 victory there.
Absolutely huge first set here. Fist pump there by Basancic. Again, all knotted up once again, 7-7 here. Who will be able to clinch it? Beautiful ball there by Horak. See Coach Jimmy giving his praises to his freshman. Fault there by Basancic. Beautiful plays there by Andre. And that will do it as Andre securing that first set there. What a battle between the freshman and the senior there.
Yeah, officially a decisive victory there for Andre Horak, getting it done. Very impressive, stayed composed, had a battle back from an early deficit here in set one. Just been very impressive that Coach Borndame stuck with him, was very composed, energetic the entire time, never lost hope, never gave up on himself. It was impressive.
As we saw there, an absolute dogfight there, just going back and forth. And another match very similar to that is Court 6 matchup against Pav and Filipios here for Princeton. Pav, once again, one of those late addition substitutions here in the singles. Pav gives a fist pump there to the crowd. Pav seeing the fight on scoreboard going in favor of Andre, trying to replicate that. That ball will go a little far there for Filipios.
That'll give Pavel Modal a set one victory. Impressive from the grad student.
Absolutely. MTSU securing all first sets on all 6 courts. Big momentum there for MTSU. Very crucial. You're in the driver's seat now. Again, only need to secure 3 of these matches. And you have plenty of room to play with now, securing 6 first sets here. Very big for the Blue Raiders.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, once again, 2 matches that we saw pretty much go down to a tie-breaking set. 2 freshmen coming out, taking care of business in Komrowski and Horak. And, of course, your veteran players, OBP, Stein Slump, Pavel Modal, getting it done in just impressive fashion. Impressive that every player on each court got a set 1 victory. So just one more set, just half of them, and you win.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's that veteran leadership there. And the man that leads that charge is Stein, the Flying Dutchman Slump here on court 1. Already taking that first set here. Stein down here, 40 love. As we know, boys in blue, as we heard Cisco earlier, securing a 40-love comeback to secure the first set. Stein looking to make lightning strike twice here in the Cathedral of Tennis. Really quick, we'll send it over to Dylan, sideline reporting once again. Dylan, give us a scoop.
Well, guys, OBP's got his hands full over on court 3 right now in the second set. Currently facing a 2-5 deficit. Going to be a heck of a hole to come out of, but he's still got a chance. But he's up against a really good player in Sebastian Sek, who is the number 3 on the team. And again, he's only a freshman, and he was the other half of that ITF doubles championship team alongside Ellis Short. Going to be interesting, guys. Back to you.
Appreciate it, Dylan.
Thanks, Simmons. And just as in the middle of his reporting, OBP now gaining another match, pushing it to 3-5 now. You see there on our left side, Stein, 4-1 in the second set, being down love 40 there, pushing it now to a deciding point here as got a fault there. Stein. Apologies there as it seems. Stein able to dig out of that love 40 hole, able to overcome it. Making lightning strike twice here at ATC with the love 40 comebacks. Now 1 game away from securing another point here for MTSU. That ball sent just a bit long there by Bronson Polson. Securing a set victory there for Sebastian Sesh there. Once again, MTSU controlling all 6 first set victories here in their singles matches. And again, we saw, securing that first set, yes, OBP, very competitive, wanted to secure back-to-back victories, but still able, again, a lot of tennis to play, still in the driver's seat. You're not having to play, a different brand of tennis, still playing your brand, still playing, the brand that you're comfortable with, securing victories here. So we see Fanu sending that ball into the net, pushing it now 30-15. Beautiful ball there by Fanu, pushing his serve now, 40-15.
Out of reach there for Stein. Well done by Fanu. That backhand cross court.
Absolutely, Fanu keeping the second set alive. His back is against the wall. If he drops this serve, that will conclude the action on court 1. Stein. Showing absolute dominance here on court 1 in the second set. Stein having to keep his foot on the gas here. Can't let off against the top-end talent of Fanu. It's a veteran leader on the team. He knows that. Just because you got this big lead doesn't mean you got to stop attacking.
Yeah, do not want to play. You want to play to win, not play to not lose.
So that ball will be sent wide by Fanu. Again, Stein on the serve here. Trying to secure another point here for the Blue Raiders. Stein securing another ball in his favor. 2 away from closing it out. Stop a cheer on court 1. First serve will go into net. So that ball will skip out there. Pushes Stein's lead here to 40 love.
Match point.
As we see here, Stein trying to put away the freshman prodigy Fanu here. And that will do it. Beautiful serve there by Stein. Fanu just could not do anything with it. As that concludes the action here on court 1.
Yeah, well done there. You know, certainly Slump was in a early predicament, set 1, but able to battle back, take it. And then Fanu just had no answers. Slump pretty much just overpowered Fanu, especially these last couple of games.
Absolutely, indeed. Stein Slump putting on a clinic here in the second set, securing another point for the Blue Raiders, pushing their lead to 2-0 overall, and only need to secure 2 more courts here to secure a big victory over Princeton. As we saw there, Stein making easy work there, quick and effective work there in the second set. You know, after a little rocky start there in the first one, you know, expected a dogfight there with Fanu, but Stein able to keep his composure, battle back, and go quick and easy there into the second set.
Yeah, that's what you like to see from your veteran players, just being able to stay within themselves and not kind of rush things. You know, Slump could have given up early on and given Fanu all the momentum, but he stuck with it. And like we said, just Fanu had no answers in that second set and just kind of pushed around.
Absolutely, absolutely. As now we'll jump into the action here. The freshman battle between Marcel Kamrowski and Ellis Short here. Marcel securing the first set 6-3. This one being pushed. Four apiece now. Huge deuce here. So that ball just a bit out there. Ending in favor of Ellis Short. See Coach Kelly there talking with this freshman. So now we'll push set 2 in favor of Ellis Short here for Princeton. Back to back here. Again, for those just joining us, MTSU once again clinching that early doubles points and gaining their second point by a masterful performance there by the veteran leadership there in Stein Slump on court 1. Jump back into the action here. Beautiful start there by Marcel. Fault there by Marcel. We see Short tying it all up now, 15 all here. Beautiful response there by Short.
Yeah, Kamrowski just did not close that racket. Trying to get that spin, staying inside the alley.
Marcel, once again, going back and forth, knotting it all up. Marcel now jumping out to a 40-30 lead here. Trying to push the second set to a 5-5 tie. Just have to wait. See the outcome here. It's Short.
Deuce point coming up.
Battling hard here, trying to secure this second set for Princeton. Line call there by Short. Kamrowski not agreeing. ITA official going in favor for Princeton. That ball just a bit long. Ellis Short showing his emotion there and a huge clincher to secure the second set.
Yeah, Ellis Short just doing a great job. And Komrowski was just a little off balance there these last couple of points. Great set 2 victory there for Ellis Short.
Got a stoppage of play here between the freshmen battling it out. The man that never stops. Dylan, what you got for us?
Well, neither does the action on the court for ATC. Right now in court 2, Francisco Rocha facing a 2-5 deficit. Things are getting a little bit hairy for them over there. As for Princeton, this is all part of their plan. You know, going back to last year, they played MTSU, of course, in the finals of the Blue Grade Cup Tennis Championship and didn't get the victory. Ended up suffering a 4-1 defeat, and that has been on their mind. Revenge has been on their mind since that day. All part of head coach Billy Pate's plan, who he himself was actually the number 40 player in the ITA rankings once upon a time when he was a player back in the day, and he wants to get some revenge on MTSU today. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate it there, Dylan. Yeah, Billy Pate playing down at Mississippi State, team that MTSU is very familiar with these days. Down in Starkville recently, they did drop that match 5-2.
So you see here, Francisco Rocha trying to battle back in the second set, down 5-2.
What a tap shot there. Beautifully played. Across the court, staying inside, lightly touched. Peters had no chance at returning that one. Having to sprint up to it.
Like you said, Ryan, just an absolute beautiful, nice little touch there. Didn't have to put too much heat onto it. Sometimes those are the most effective hits there. Cisco taking his time here. Trying to claw his way back here in the second set. Beautiful corner shot there by Cisco. Not much Peters can do.
Another great return there from Francisco Rocha.
Nice little, excuse me, tap over. Net there. Had Peters going coast to coast on the court. Had no time to respond. Peters answering back with his excuse me tap of his own there.
Yeah, Will Peters pretty much has given Francisco Rocha a taste of his own medicine with those short cross-court lob shots towards the alley, making Rocha having to chase after it.
Cisco trying to secure this match here in the second set.
Deuce point coming up.
Beautiful ball there by Cisco. Securing another match here in the second set.
Still, though, Princeton has been relatively dominant these second sets in most of these matches. Other than, of course, what we saw in court one between Stein, Slump, and Fanu.
Beautiful returns by Peters.
Great recovery there from Rocha. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Not much Rocha can do there. Giving it all.
Rocha having a little fun, though.
Cisco made some beautiful efforts there, trying to keep that ball alive. Just sometimes just not enough. So that pushes Peters now 40 love here for set point.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, you give it all you can, back and forth, you know, you set yourself up to have a smash hit right at you, but able to recover, play close to the service line at the net. A little back and forth love shots from both those players, and Rocha just got a little off balance. Could not recover on the last one.
That one will go just a bit far, clinching the second set there for Peters.
So yeah, it's 3 matches now for Princeton have secured set 2 victories. So very important, keeping themselves alive here. So they still are down 2 points to nothing overall for the match there, Matt.
Absolutely, absolutely. We see, you know, MTSU very dominant in that first set. Princeton answering back, you know, with the majority of the courts going in their favor. And so, you know, trying to, once again, dig out this 2-0 deficit they have here. So we jump into the action here on court 3. We have Oscar Bronstrom-Polson here, better known as OBP. Up love 30 here against Sebastian Sesh. Apologies, 15-30 in favor of OBP.
Little long there for Oscar Brostrom Polson. Just couldn't quite close down that net, so now 30 all.
And as we have a little stoppage here, let's shoot it on over to the man once again. Dylan, what you got for us today?
Well, Pavel Model, the motor, is absolutely motoring on court 6 right now. He's up a break 3-2, has an opportunity to really clinch this in the second set. Going to be fun to see if he can do that. Guys, back to you.
Thanks again, Dylan, the man with the puns, the man with the nicknames. That ball will go just a bit long. Sebastian Sesh now pushing this a 40-30 in favor of Polson here. Trying to secure a huge break in this final set on court 3. Not enough there to get over the net for OBP. Pushes it to deuce now. Long rally here.
Something's got to give eventually.
No guy wanting to give this ball up. OBP on the attack. Squeaks it in there.
What a shot. What a shot.
So we see Stein giving congratulations to his teammate right next to him. OBP securing a break there, pushing his lead into this third set, 4-2 now.
Mighty impressive after dropping that second set.
Indeed, indeed. The first sets both being secured 6-3. One in favor of OBP, one in favor of Sebastian Sesh. Beautiful effort there by OBP. Just can't do much there with that one. A little update around the horn here at the Cathedral. Once again, court 4. Thomas Pasancic and Andre Horak dueling it out. Andre up 4-3 in that second set. Looking to clinch there. Followed by court 5. Going to a third set between the freshman battle of Marcel Kamrowski versus Ellis Short. In their third set, all knotted up at 1. And finally rounding it out, court 6. Pavel Model after clinching that first set, up 4-2 in the second. OBP letting it know that this is their house. That one just a bit wide there for Polson. Knots everything up, 30 all here. Fault there on first serve from Polson. OBP trying to push up there, getting on the attack. Could not recover quick enough as that ball scoots by him.
Just a little out of reach there. Probably came up just a little too close to that service line for a natural return at it. There's a fault there.
Another one just getting by OBP.
Great break point there for Sebastian Sesh, the freshman. 4-3 now here.
Again, hard-fought battles here between OBP and Sebastian Sesh. We saw those final two balls. OBP trying to push up, just could not get in the spot to, get those balls that just scoot right past them, and just nothing he could do there.
Yeah.
So you're looking for a rebound there for OBP, looking to secure once again another huge set there, pushing this lead for MTSU to 3-0 here. But again, you got to battle back, start taking it one by one. You can't get too far ahead of yourself.
Yeah, like you said, you just can't let it get ahead of yourself. I mean, you still have a decent lead there. Just got to play your own strengths. Just Sebastian Sesh is a great freshman. We already hit that. He played well in his junior club back in high school. ITF ranking very high. So nothing to be ashamed when you're having a tough-fought battle between a top freshman from Princeton.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, one of our strengths is our reporting team. And the man that leads that charge is Dylan Simmons. Dylan, what you got for us?
Well, thank you for that introduction, Matt. Things are getting really interesting on court for it now. Andre Horak was a guy who was CUSA Athlete of the Week last week, and that was well-deserved. He's played an incredible game. He had a 6-2, 6-2 victory against his opponent in USF. But now things are getting very contentious over on court 4. It's getting pretty emotional over there. And one of the most interesting things is that Coach Jimmy has been with Andre this entire time. It's a 4-4 slugfest right now, but Andre, he's shooting those balls and sending them like Team Rocket blasting off again. Going to be interesting to see how this one boils down. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Dylan. Team Rocket blasting off. A lot of references here. Pokemon, Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien. Where does he come up with it?
The world may never know. The world may never know. But as we see here, blasting off onto court 6. Once again, Pavel Model securing that first set. Up now. 4-3 in the second one.
Deuce point. Coach Billy Pate there, you can see in the right side of your screen. Coaching up the sophomore, Filipos Astrianitis.
Huge serve here by Pav. He's got a fault there. Pav looking to push us to a 5-3 lead here in the second set.
A little shimmy there from Filipos.
That will do it. Pavel Model securing a 5th match here in the second set. Now 1 match away from securing a 3rd point for the Blue Raiders. Fault to start off this match by Filipios. Beautiful ball there by Pav. My apologies, seems to be called out. There. Oh, just a bit long there.
Yeah, tough one to return back. Not quite closing up that racket there.
Astrianitis here. 30 love. Once again, back against the wall here still. There's a big mountain to climb in front of him. Secure the second set.
Well done from Filipos there. Break point here.
Beautiful ball there by Pav. The fans here at the Cathedral.
Keeping himself in this game right now.
Rallying behind the Czech assassin, trying to flip the tides here. Down love 40, trying to push it and secure this second set.
Another one falling there wide for Astrianitis. 40-30.
And huge court here. Pav can claw back from this deficit. That ball will be sent right into the net by Astrianitis. Pushing it now to Deuce here.
Yeah, clearly frustrated with himself, having a 40-love advantage now. Starting a deuce point from modal serve. Tough one because, yeah, if he gets over that net, game's his. We go to a 5-4 deficit instead.
Absolutely, absolutely. Pav on the complete opposite side of the court there. That ball gets over. It's landing in favor of Astrianitis. So that ball seems to be just a bit long there. Securing a fourth match here in this matchup on court 6. So we have a stoppage here. Let's swing on over to Dylan. Dylan, what's the report?
Well, we got reports on courts 3 and 4 right now, guys. Currently on court 3, the Wizard of Oz, OBP, Oscar Broschen-Polson holds a 5-4 lead with the potential to get the Blue Raiders a third match point. Over on court 4, Andre Horak has brought it to a tiebreaker 5-5 round. It's going to be interesting to see if he can pull it off, guys. You might want to call this Waterloo because it looks like this is going to be Princeton's last stand. Back to you.
Dylan, the man with the amount of puns that I cannot even comprehend.
I mean, we're getting a history lesson. I mean, we've gotten history, science fiction.
NASCAR. We've gotten all over the place.
There's like no central theme except tennis. As we're now dual screen here. With courts 3 and courts 6. Court 3 on your left with Oscar Broschen-Polson, Sebastian Sesh battling it out, and Pavel Modal and Filipos Astrianitis on your right side.
As Dylan said, you know, OBP, some call him the Wizard of Oz. May not have the red slippers, but does have the backwards white hat, the signature hat.
And so that one goes in the net for Oscar Broschen-Polson, but I'm not sure where the red slippers come into play because the Wizard never had those in.
You know, that is true. That was Dorothy. My apologies. I've got to brush up on my Wizard of Oz history. Maybe I got to go ask Dylan.
But now let's actually get back to calling tennis. So anyway, both Modal and Broschen-Polson have 5-4 advantages here in their respective sets. But that one, nice recovery. If it stays in, you're going to find Sebastian Sech a break point opportunity here to try to knot things up in this third set.
That one sent wide by OBP, pushing this now. All knotted up at 5 here in the third set. See on the right side of the screen, Pav on serve here, trying to secure another court in favor of the Blue Raiders.
Pavel now taking a 30-15 advantage. Pav just couldn't quite complete that smash hit. Just hitting the top of the net and coming back to him.
Another one of those balls, if he's able to get that over, pretty much nothing Astronautics could do there.
Nope.
Beautiful play there by Sebastian Sesh.
Yeah, well set up too. Pavel sends that one just a hair long.
As we dual screen here, a little update. Court 4, Andre Horak, the freshman, taking on Thomas Bosancic, the senior. Andre securing that first set. Second set all knotted up at 5. Andre securing that first tiebreaker, pushing it to 6-5, looking to secure that court. Astronautics not enough behind that ball to get it over. Pushing it now to deuce here. Pablo Moto 1 ball away from securing another core here for the Blue Raiders. It's on our left side. That ball going a little bit long there for Sebastian Sesh, giving OBP a 40-30 lead there.
Yeah, set and match point for Oscar Brosh and Polson here. Potential 2-court victories here. Sending the net.
That ball going into the net for Astronautics, meaning Pavel Moto clinching another court for the Blue Raiders, pushing their lead now to 3-0.
Tremendous job, tremendous rally all together there from Pavel Moto. Of course, first set going to a tie-breaking set and battling kind of a back and forth there against Filipos Astronautics there the entire second set, but able to pull it off. Impressive job from the grad student. Still deuce point on court 3.
Go in favor of OBP. And again, like we just saw, Pavel Moto able to clinch another decisive court there for the Blue Raiders, pushing their lead 3-0 now and having the brinks of clinching a huge victory here today over Princeton.
It just goes to show you how important just all 6 matches, winning their first sets respectively, just having a huge impact, and I think just giving them some motivation and probably some confidence going into their respective second sets. We're still stuck on court 4 here and court 3. Tie-breaking set for court 4 between Horak and Bosancic. On the right side of your screen there.
Again, left side of the screen, OBP. 1 match away from securing the victory here for the Blue Raiders. Ball just a bit long there by OBP. Beautiful finish there by OBP. See on the right side of your screen, Horak and Basancic dueling it out for the second set tiebreaker. Balls sent wide there by OBP. We see here a lot of potential game clinchers here for the Blue Raiders, trying to find that one last court that they need to secure this victory over Princeton today.
And plenty of opportunities out here as, of course, we're joining court 2 with Francisco Rocha and Will Peters. Of course, game point right now in favor of Peters. Goes wide there, so setting up deuce point. Rocha just get one more point there, and that's going to secure the match overall.
Deuce point indeed here on court 2. Francisco Rocha trying to secure the victory here for the Blue Raiders. That one seems to squeak in there for Will Peters. He lives to fight another match here. Still a huge mountain to climb here for Peters and the Princeton team. So again, down 3-0, needing to sweep all these courts, secure a victory here at ATC.
Yeah, right now, of course, court 5, the only match there leading in between Ella Short and Marcel Komrowski, with Short leading 4-3 in set number 3. That ball will go wide there by Peters. 15 all.
Ball sent to the net by Peters, pushing Cisco's lead, 30-15 now. He sits 2 serves away.
Rocher looks a little upset, as if the ITA call a fault on him. I think that's what happened.
We'll keep it all knotted up, 15 all here. So now Cisco sending one into net. Now pushes Peters' lead to 30-15. Cisco a little upset there about the call. The ITA official.
Update on court 5. It is now 5-4 in favor of Ellis Short of Princeton.
Fault there to start off for Cisco. Beautiful ball there by Cisco. Nice recoveries and some tricky balls there in the corner. It'll fight back.
Yeah, just fortunate enough that not only that it cleared Peters' head, but it also just stayed inside that baseline, forcing Peters to chase on after it and off balance, hitting away from himself. Great play by Rocha.
Rocha now sitting 2 balls away from clinching. Victory over Princeton here. That ball will be sent to the net there. Match point here on court 2 for Francisco Rocha. The Blue Raiders are now sitting 1 ball away here from clinching the entire game.
Rocha sends that one in for a fault there.
Long rally here. Beautiful setup there by Will Peters, having Cisco going coast to coast there.
Yeah, Rocha was going one way. Peters sent it the opposite side, just in that corner inside the service line. Deuce point.
Again, Francisco Rocha 1 ball away from securing a huge win here for MTSU. That ball will get past Rocha, staying in for Peters. Peters staying alive here, pushing it now, 5-2. Still in favor of Francisco Rocha here. Again, MTSU needing this 1 more court. Update here as On court 3, Sebastian Sesh able to clinch a victory there for Princeton over OBP. Pushing it now to 3-1, Middle Tennessee. Another update on court 4, Thomas Bosancic clinching that second set over Andre Horak, pushing that one to a third one. And then the freshman battle between Ellis Short and Marcel Kamrowski, all knotted up at 5 apiece there in the third set. Beautiful spike finish there by Peters.
Yeah, Princeton's just not going away right now. I mean, we've seen some decisive victories in sets 2 for Bosancic. Set 3 victory and match victory for Sebastian Sesh. Peters keeping it alive right now, going 5-2 against Rocha. So a lot of tennis left to be played for Princeton. Still some deficits to climb, especially for Will Peters if he wants to stay alive right now against Rocha.
Absolutely, indeed. As we'll go split screen here, court 2 on your left side. Francisco Rocha up 5-2 in the third set against Will Peters. And then on the right side, freshman Marcel Kamrowski up 6-5 here in the third set here against Ellis Short. Both MTSU players one match away from securing a victory here for the Blue Raiders.
Another one falling long there for Rocha. And Peters, game point.
Great ball there by Ellis Short.
Will Peters takes another game, back-to-back games for the Princeton senior.
Cisco on his serve now. Beautiful start there for Cisco. That one sent wide by Kamrowski.
Serve there from Rocha again.
You see the top of the screens on both sides. Blue Raiders players coming on to support their fellow teammates. Trying to give them that last bit of momentum to secure the victory here.
And Kamrowski there getting now 30-15 after a beautiful front hand. Opposite side of the court as Short was running towards the strong side there. A reversal from Kamrowski.
That one will go long as the crowd starting to clap it up for Cisco here. Going up 40 love. First serve long there for Cisco. looking to try to clinch it here. That will do it.
Yeah, wow. What a performance there from Francisco Rocha. Find himself dropping the last 2 games, but perfectly finishing that one off. Tremendous serve. Peters could not return it properly, sending it straight up into the ceiling.
And that
Well
will
done.
clinch it for the Blue Raiders. Francisco Rocha finally getting that final match that he needed. Securing a victory here in the first match of this doubleheader here at ATC.
Yeah, tremendous job there from all the Blue Raiders. Of course, Kamrowski, I think they'll probably decide to wrap this match up. Apologies, they will do actually a tiebreaker here. They'll still wrap this match up. But still, the Blue Raiders do clinch the victory, taking 4 points overall. Well done from Francisco Rocha in that 3rd set.
That indeed. Middle Tennessee clinching it here, 4-1. Agreement between the 2 teams to let these boys play out. Again, none of this will affect the outcome of the game. And the freshmen battle it out here. One, 2 here in favor of the Princeton.
That one's going to lead to a 2-2 tie there. Komorowski. Short just could not quite get that one over the net. Well done from short there. Putting it out of reach. Kamrowski with the front hand. Just grabbing the corner there on that baseline.
And again, for those just joining us, MTSU clinching a victory here over Princeton, 4-1. His final remaining matches being played out. Won't affect the outcome of the game. So that one sent long by Kamrowski.
And court 4 between Thomas Bosancic and Andre Horak is also still in progress. Bosancic tied 1-1 on court 4.
So that one will scamper past Kamrowski here. And jumping into the action here, finishing out these last few remaining games. Letting the freshmen battle out here. Ellis Short for Princeton, Marcel Kamrowski for MTSU. Beautiful play there by Kamrowski. Nice little backhand, give me over shot there. Ball sent in the net by Short here. Another one sending the net by Short. Kamrowski slowly creeping it up now. Marcel climbing his way back here, knotting it all up at 5 now. In this 7-point tiebreaker.
Right now, court 4, Bosancic and Horak, 7-2 in their 10-point tiebreaker, as we said on court 4. A 10-point tiebreaker here on court 5 as well.
In these final 2 matches, court 4, Andre Horak up 7-2 in a 10-point tiebreaker there against Thomas Bosancic. Ellis Short, Marcel Kamrowski, court 5 here, also in a 10-point tiebreaker in favor of Princeton. Now that ball just a bit out, all knotted up at 6 apiece here. Andre up 8-2 on court 4 for MTSU. Oh, short. Getting another point on Kamrowski. Kamrowski down 5-2 in this 10-point tiebreaker. Able to climb back now. A 7-6 game. And that will do it. Ellis Short securing a victory there over Marcel Kamrowski. Again, not affecting the outcome of the game, but just wanted to see, what the boys had, let them finish it out. These two teams have a big story behind them, In the Blue Grade Championship, MTSU coming out on top last year, so Princeton really wanting to play out all these games, see what they got in store. Beautiful scoop over the net there for Andre. Inching one ball closer, securing the 10-point tiebreaker here.
Just an impressive shot. Coming up, swinging across his body, lob shot across the court. I mean, that's a very difficult shot, just barely getting it over the net, out of reach from Basancic.
So crowd gathers here on court 4. Root on for Andre. That one will go wide, securing another victory there for MTSU. And that is the end of all of our matches here at ATC, as the Middle Tennessee State University Blue Raiders securing a victory here over the Princeton Tigers with a score of 4-1. My apologies, 5-2.
After the tiebreakers,
After all those tiebreakers, man. Great action all the way around. Saw a lot of, good, competitive tennis here. A lot of the, tiebreakers going back and forth, exchanging blows. And, but MTSU coming out, prevailing, attacking early on those doubles and being in cruise control, all those singles.
Yeah, certainly not only winning the doubles point the way they did, but also coming out and winning the first 6 sets. I mean, every court, MTSU Blue Raiders won set number 1, giving them all the momentum in the world going forward into sets 2. And if any of the players who did end up losing set 2 had the potential of wrapping it up in set 3, like we saw with Rocha, Horak, and Oscar Rush and Polson, of course, dropping the set number 3, but still all around great showing for the Blue Raiders today.
Absolutely, and for those just joining us, your Middle Tennessee State University Blue Raiders securing a 5-2 victory over the Princeton Tigers. And we're going to take another quick short break here. And when we return, we'll have the post-game interviews with their coach, Jimmy Borndame, and the player of the game.
Mental health affects us all.
Whether you finish first or last.
Whether you win or lose.
The stigma around these issues causes those around us to suffer in silence.
Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of.
You are not alone.
You are not alone. As a student athlete.
As a teammate.
As a friend.
We pledge to continue the conversation.
Because it matters.
Because you matter.
Stand up to the stigma.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Continue the conversation.
You are not alone.
I have a voice.
You have a voice.
We have a voice.
Our voices can be heard
Outside of sports.
as student athletes.
We have a platform.
Now more than ever.
It's important that we listen, learn, and lead.
And raise our voices for change.
We can all do more.
Now is the time
to make a difference.
This is our chance.
This is our chance to make a better tomorrow.
Together,
we will continue the conversation.
we have a voice.
On June 23, 1972, Title IX was signed into law, and it reads, "No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity, receiving federal financial assistance. Happy 50th anniversary, Title IX. Thank you for giving little girls like me and big kids like Conference USA student athletes the opportunity to dream big.
And welcome back to those all on MTN Sports' YouTube channel and CUSA.tv. A quick recap here for our early morning session of tennis here at the ATC. MTSU coming out to a 5-2 victory here over Princeton. What did you see out there, Ryan?
Just a lot of great play from our freshmen, veteran leadership as well from Stein Slump, and Francisco Rocha, of course, getting the match done. So just a great job all around. We did mention that we'd have coach and player interviews. However, as they do have another match coming up here in the next hour, they're going to go ahead and just prep for that game, and we're going to go ahead and just send it home. So that is all the time we have for today. And if we just want to thank the Adams Tennis Complex and MTSU Athletics for allowing us to host these streams on our MTN Sports page and CUSA.tv.
And if you missed any of our previous actions, you can go check them all out at CUSA.tv and MTN Sports' YouTube channel. And we'll be right back here at ATC in about 45 minutes with MTSU versus Alabama A&M here at the Cathedral of Tennis. Thank you for watching MTN Sports, your home for MTSU.